Good afternoon, everybody. So, how about an unboxing video from the actual car again? We can do it again today. Those other 2 days when I couldn't do it because there were so many packages, that was wild. I had to do it from the house. Yesterday, I probably could have managed, but it was still quite a lot. And so once I got them in the car, I would have had to have my husband bring them all out because, child, I wasn't going to do it. So I was like, it's easier to just do it from the bed. But this time, I can do it from the car. Before we get started, Gilda Brooks, thank you so much. Thank you for just all your support and all your love. Honey, I appreciate the Cash App. I really appreciate it. Coffee, library pantry, just whatever. You didn't specify, so I'll probably just use it towards the library. Because there's some things that I myself would like to put in there to get it started. But we have so much stuff though. But anyway, let's get started. When I do an unboxing, I've learned to open the packages so that I don't burn time, but I don't look in the packages. I'm surprised right along with you all. So with that being said, let's look at this first package and see what we got. Spelling book for the kids. Alphabet and numbers for the kids. We got to educate the babies, y'all. That's important because they're not learning enough. They are not not learning enough. We have 12-year-olds who can't read. They can't do math. They can't add. They can't count. And these United States, it was once upon a time when America used to care about kids. America has never really cared about black kids. But baby, if you looking and if you paying attention, you have noticed America don't care about white kids either. They letting them be shot in schools. They're not doing anything about the gun laws. They're defunding their education. And now they don't care if the babies eat while they're in school. They're trying to take away their school lunches. How greedy can a nation be where we don't feed our babies? We got to teach them so they can feed themselves. Let's see who sent us this wonderful gift, shall we? Let's see who blessed us like this. An excited viewer blessed us. I had a feeling it wasn't going to be a name on it. But excited viewer, thank you. I don't know if you were the same excited viewer as yesterday, but I get a feeling that you are. Thank you, love. Thank you for helping me educate the babies. Because the kids really are our future, honey. They really are. They you know. That's the generation that we need working so that they can pay into Social Security, child, because we're going to be messed up if these kids are unable to earn a living, you know. Okay, this is a box. Oh, it's full of books. Let's see who sent this. From, please don't let me mess this up. Olumfomi. God, I love that name. Am I even saying it right? Olumfomi. Olumfomi. I got this thing about names, especially names that mean something. I looked up my name and I found out what it was. I remember how I used to tease my cousins because they had traditional African American black names. Oh, the kids are getting out of school. Oh, these are the middle schoolers. I can't wait until the library is up and so that they can come by and they can get a book and a snack. That's going to be great. But anyway, I remember I used to tease my cousins back before I had any common sense. And I was all bougie and shit. And I would tease their names, you know. They had names like, I don't really want to say my cousins' names because, you know, I want to, you know, maintain their privacy. But, you know, they had black names. And I had this old white-sounding name, you know what I'm saying? And didn't have enough sense to realize that I was the problematic one. You know what I'm saying? In case you don't know real quick, one of the reasons why black people name our kids the names that we name them is so that during slavery, when they were sold off, they could be more easy to identify. if we gave them those names. And this is obviously an African name, so that makes it bomb. But that's why, one of the reasons why. So when you meet an Aisha or a Keisha or Dewan, those names back then, you got to think they weren't that common. And so that was why we gave them those names, first and middle, so that when they got sold off to other plantations, and when we say, and when slaves would come, slaves from those plantations would come to other plantations because they in turn got sold off, and we could say to other black people, hey, do you know Aisha or Maisha? Or, and that's one of the reasons, and those names got passed down. Just in case you didn't know that. Let's see. The story of series Black History. Black History. This is a set of volumes so y'all can see. Excuse me. So should I put the whole volume in there, so should I put it in there book by book? I think I should put it in there book by book. Opinions down in the comments. When I ask y'all for y'all opinions, y'all don't want to give me an opinion, and then when I don't want y'all opinions, y'all feel with me. Y'all just made of opinions. Look, little leaders, bold women in Black history. I was really looking forward to this one. I would really want my baby to have this book if I had a little baby. You know, well, you know what I mean, a kid. I love this. Oh, wow. The cover is textured. That's beautiful. The illustration alone. Excuse me. Oh my God, timelines from Black history. You were so intentional with your choices. I see you. I try to pay attention. I do. I do my best to try to pay attention. Olufumi. Excuse me. Am I saying this right? I think it's so disrespectful when we say a person's name wrong. If I can say Mikhail Baryshnikov, I ought to be able to say this name right. That's why I think it's important to get people's names right. Because that whole, oh, it's just too black or too African, and I just can't possibly get it right. That thing that so many racist people do. This one doesn't have a name in it. There's no name. Learn to write workbook. It's about blessing the kids today. It's a theme. It's a theme. Okay, we've got one last box, y'all. Naomi Skarzinski. I said your last name. I keep trying not to do that. I get so excited. I need to do better than that. I need to do better. I need to be more intentional. Naomi, thank you so much. Let's see what you put in here for us. Or should we say for the pantry? These feel like pencils because we need more pencils. Are these pencils, Naomi? wonder if y'all are ever in y'all homes like, girl, hurry up. And they are, because we need pencils. And they're already sharpened, and I actually need a pencil right now because I have to draw the designs on the library pantry, and I don't have any pencils. Well, someone else sent pencils, and I was gonna take a look in there and see if I could, borrow a pencil out of there. The New Kid. I really wanted this book for someone. I hope it finds the right person. I really do. Middle school is hard enough without being the new kid. Have you ever been the new kid? I've never been the new kid, but one of my bestest, actually my girlfriend and I was talking about the other day, she was the new kid. I remember the day that she came to 6th grade, and she came from down south, and she was so country, baby. And she had them beads in her hair. And when she came in, our other bestie, well, we didn't know each other then. Our other bestie and the boys on the other side of the room, because the girls and boys, I don't know why, but we so segregated back in those days. And they were laughing and teasing, and we ended up being the best of friends, man. Fun times. We had so many great experiences with one another. I remember that time when I was driving my mom's car and we got stuck on the Ambassador Bridge. If you know, you know. And I'd never been on the Ambassador Bridge, but I took a wrong turn, and then we ended up on the bridge, and I just let go of the steering wheel and started crying, and she had to grab the steering wheel, and she was the new kid. Physical science for kids. Yes! Science was one of my favorite subjects. Kids in school hated science, but I love science. And gardening is nothing but science. It's just science. That's it. And people think that they're bad at it, but they're not. And they don't think of it in terms of science, it being actual science. And so if you think about it in those terms, I promise you'll get better, because that's all it is. That's all gardening is. It's just science. Print handwriting. Oh, I really wanted this one too. And it's where they can look, where they can do the handwriting practicing. Oh my goodness, Naomi hooked it up. And then this is the toddler workbook, because I wanted to get something for toddlers too. I think that as soon as children, oh, what is this? We needed more of this. And this is like the canned chicken, y'all. This is just stuff you can, a pantry item, that you can get. My husband, you can make sandwiches out of that salad, just something quick, you know what I'm saying? But there is, not too far from us, a couple blocks over there, are these people that come out there, we call them the bread people. And I want to hook up with them and talk to them about maybe getting some bread and putting it in the pantry, because they just sit out there all day with bread and they just give it away, and they do this several days a week. And my husband hadn't seen them out there in a long time. He was like, I wonder what happened to the bread people. But we saw them out there yesterday. And I said, I need to stop and I need to talk to them, and I need to talk to them about the library pantry. And my husband, he's like, oh, well, we should do it right now. And I'm like, well, I'm not prepared to do it right now. We don't even have it going up and running. I'm going as fast as I can. Remember, I am a disabled person, and I'm going as fast as I can. But anyway, so if we have stuff like this in there, and if I hook up with the bread people, I could just get the bread myself, grab loaves, and get a couple fresh loaves every time I see them, and just put it in there. And then that got me to thinking that we probably should get peanut butter and jelly too, because what about those people who get their electricity turned off, or they just maybe moved in brand new? Because there are so many people that all they got enough for, honey, is the down payment and the security deposit and everything. They don't have enough for groceries and all of that. And then some people, who are on assistance, at the end of the month, some seniors, they run low. And if there's bread and peanut butter and jelly in there, that's the meal. And then they know that they can go in there, they can get a good book on a rainy day. They can get a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I think we're doing all right, y'all. I think we're doing all right. Again, I want to expand services, but I think that We're off to a really good start. I thank you all so much. I know I dragged this out, but um doing a short thank you video, I don't think that that's sufficient enough, because I don't think people, how do you get across to people how much you appreciate the fact that they're watching you, they're listening to you, and they're like, yeah, I'm gonna help you. I think that that is amazing. I do. And there are people who say things to me like, I wish I could help. I wish I could, do more, but I don't have any extra money. That's the whole point of this. You know what I'm saying? And just sharing the content and liking, and, or maybe encouraging others to do it in your community, or maybe not even this, just coming up with another way that you can help in your community, in your Black community, or and it doesn't necessarily have to be a Black community. Don't get me wrong, I'm all about putting Black people first, but I'm really about just helping. I'm really about just helping anybody really that just needs help. It's just I put Black first. But everybody that sees a need in their community, can jump in and be proactive. It's just, I think that Black people, we really need to just be intentional with that, because we lack the most. Again, I can't stress that enough. We lack the most in resources. And if we don't provide those resources, and if we keep sitting back and waiting for somebody else to give us something, we ain't gonna never have anything, because they don't want us to have anything. We have to be the answer. We have to be the solution. One of my favorite songs is by Michael Jackson, and that song that talks about the man in the mirror. I'm looking at the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his way. If you want to make the world a better place, you got to look at yourself and make that change. I don't know if he wrote that shit, but that's some shit. Have y'all ever just thought about that? Because, yeah, we really do have to be the change we want to see. I remember when I started getting into therapy and everything, and I started deconstructing, and I started really just paying attention and listening and learning and, leveling up on my consciousness. And I kept saying, it's so easy, girl, for you to do the wrong thing, and you've been doing the wrong thing for so long, and the only way you're going to see positive changes is if you take these seeds, these mustard seeds, and you stop scorching earth and actually cultivate and grow something good. Gardening will teach you that too. It will. Gardening will teach you that too, because a lot of it is so much like life. And that really is, I think, why we are all here at the end of the day. And that is to grow, literally grow into the best versions of ourselves that we can become. And honestly, I don't think enough people know that. I don't think enough people are intentional. It's so easy for us to do the wrong thing. It's so easy. But doing the right thing is hard. And I know it. I have been there. I have done it. I've had to reprogram. It's so easy to do the wrong thing, to scam, to lie, to cheat. But you have to ask yourself, do you take yourself seriously? Do you have integrity? Are you just going to fuck up because everybody else around you fucking up too? Or are you going to think for yourself, and are you going to be the person that you claim you are? Because we all claim we're good, don't we? Don't we? We all want others to believe that we're good, don't we? But are we really? Are we really? One of the things that I learned to do was to be intentional with my word too. If I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. And if I don't do it, I'm definitely going to come back to you. I'm going to circle back and I'm going to let you know, hey, I know I said I was going to do such and such, but I didn't. And this is why. It's one of the only reasons when one of the only reasons why I will offer up an excuse, or I will try to explain myself. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't too much explain myself as an adult, but I will when it comes to breaking my word, because my word, it really is, all I have at the end of the day, because I don't have much else. So when I say I'm going to do something, even if I just say I'm going to call you tomorrow I'm going to call you. Or if I say, and now it's one thing if I forget, but it's another thing. But I am intentional, even if I have to write it down. And I said, I told old girl the other day I was going to do such and such, such and such. Let me get it done. That's how people learn to trust you. That's how people learn to trust you. They do. It's everyone that you're in a relationship. It's how wives learn to trust their husbands. If a husband keeps saying he gonna do something, he don't never do it, your wife don't trust you. That's one of the reasons why these women aren't feminine, because y'all keep breaking your promises, breaking your word. And then they have to come out of their femininity and get the job done because you said you was gonna get it done and you didn't. And that's why she always riding you. Or if you say, you're going to do something for your parents, you're going to come over and cut the grass, go cut that grass. If you say you're going to babysit for your sister and her husband on Saturday, don't go out with the girls. Keep to your word. Do what you say you're going to do. Integrity is important. We think it's not. But one of the reasons why people do not trust us is because we teach them not to trust us, because we don't hold true to our word. And your word being respected and trusted is a powerful thing, because there will come a time and a place where it is the only thing you have. And it's going to mean the difference between a yes and a no. And you might need that yes that day. Okay, I know I've kept you. Thank you all so much for supporting the Curbside Library Pantry. Agilda, again, thank you so much, love. You always there for me. I appreciate you so much. And just thank you. Thank you so much, y'all.